human beings were new in the world. With the eyes of children that observe the workings of the earth, they marveled at how day became night and how night turned back into day. Into the springtime, they welcomed the warmth of the sun. In the summer, they danced in the field of wildflowers. But in autumn, the humans grew worried. They saw that days grew shorter and nights grew longer. In the morning, frost covered the ground and tender plants withered and died.
The nights are getting colder and colder. Soon the snows will come.
You and I are strong. We can survive the hardships of snow, but I am worried about our baby. He is so very small. I can wrap him in furs and animal skin, but he is strong. But is he strong enough to survive?
I too am worried. There are many in the village who are very old. I am afraid that they will suffer greatly when the snows come.
At that very moment, Coyote was walking by the village on his way to the woodland grove. He was going to meet his friends Frog, Chipmunk, and Squirrel. He paused for a moment and listened to the words spoken by man and woman. Coyote was a compassionate animal. When he heard the man and woman talk of hardships of winter, his heart was moved.
I have never thought much about the coming winter. My fur grows thick and warm in the cold winter, but these human beings have no warm fur to protect them from the bitter cold.
Coyote trotted on through the grove. There he met his friends.
I have just come from the village of the humans.
You went to the village, but the humans are such strange creatures. They know so little of the world.
And they know nothing of our language. I have often tried to speak to them, but they do not respond. The humans are indeed strange. I have seen them at the edge of the pond, gazing at the water for the longest time. They seem to be staring at their own reflection. I say those humans are best left alone.
But Frog, I heard the woman speak of the coming snows. She was worried about her young one, and the man spoke of how the old one suffered with the cold. Friends, I fear for the humans, but I think I may know how to help them. Know how to help these fragile creatures. Do you know of the fire beings on the mountaintop?
I've heard stories of the three ancient beings, and it is said that they duel at the top of the highest mountaintop, guarding a burning light that gives off heat through day and night.
The stories are true. Frog, I have been to that mountaintop, and I have seen the burning light. It is called fire, and it may help the humans survive the winter. I must find a way to bring fire to the village.
Chipmunk, Squirrel, and Frog knew that the coyote was the cleverest of all animals. They were worried about their friend. As Coyote headed off towards the mountaintop, they decided to follow him. Coyote neared the camp of the fire ants. He crouched down behind some thick bushes so he wouldn't be protected. He did not know that Chipmunk, Squirrel, and Frog were also hiding nearby through the bushes. Coyote spotted
this fire feels so the warmth of this fire feels so good. Soon it will be winter, but we will stay warm through the long frigid nights because we alone know the secret of fire. Yes, we alone hold the secret.
Darkness fell as Coyote watched two fire beings retreated to their tents. One stayed up to guard the fire. Half an hour has passed, but still the fire remained awake by the fire pit. At dawn, the being who had stared into the gloomy fire all through the night stood up. It stretched its arms to the sky and yawned slowly. It made its way to its tent. Coyote noticed that one of the other tents was shaking. The being inside was waking up, and soon it would emerge to guard the fire. This was the chance Coyote hoped for. Coyote leaped over the bushes and ran as quickly as he could toward the fire.
What's that noise?
What's happening? What's happening?
Three fire beings jumped from their tents just as Coyote grabbed a bit of the fire.
Ha ha, soon the humans will know the precious secret of the fire, and the young ones and elders will no longer have to suffer with the cold snows of winter. Yeah. Catch him. He has our fire.
The three magical beings ran after Coyote. One reached out his hand and grabbed Coyote's tail. Coyote yelped as the fire being's hand singed up the tip of his tail. He flung the fire as far away from him as he could. To this day, the tips of Coyote's tails are as white as ash where the fur was signed. The squirrel saw Coyote fill the fire, and she ran as fast as she could in order to catch it before it hit the ground.
I'll place the fire on my I'll place the fire on my back so I can run away.
Squirrel put the fire on her back and ran as fast as she could. The fire hurt so badly that her tail curled up on her back. You may have noticed that squirrels' tails still curl up the same way to this day.
Chipmunk, catch. Eat. You got it.
Squirrel took the fire to Chipmunk.
That's chipmunk.
I got it.
As Chipmunk turned to run, a fire being blocked his path.
Not so fast, Steve.
The fire being reached out his hand and tried to grab Chipmunk, but he was too quick. Chipmunk darted away. Just as the fire being's claws scratched his back, you may have noticed, even today, chipmunks have 3 white stripes down their backs. Yeah, chipmunk.
Frog, catch. Oh. I got it.
Frog turned to jump away, but a fire being stepped on his tail. Frog pulled with all his might. He pulled until his eyes bulged out and his tail tore off. You may have noticed that to this day, that frogs still have no tails, and their eyes still bulge out of their heads.
Help, what should I do with this fire?
Frog threw the fire to the wood, and the wood swallowed it. Three fire kings, the fire beings, drew together around the wood, but they didn't know how to get the fire out.
Wood, pretty wood, give us back our fire. It is rightfully ours. Wood, pretty wood, come with us to the mountaintop, and we will make you one of us.
Wood, pretty wood. We must have the fire. Tell us what you desire and it will be yours.
But Wood had seen how the fire beings had scratched and clawed at the other animals, and he did not trust them. Finally, when the fire beings saw that they could not get their fire back out of the wood, they gave up and returned to the mountaintop. But Clever Coyote did know how to get the fire out of the wood. He took the wood to the village, and he showed the human beings how to link 2 dry sticks together to start a fire. And the people were filled with joy.
No longer were our grandparents suffered through the long, cold nights of winter. With Coyote's gift of fire, we can feel the warmth of the sun day or night, winter or summer.
Our children will grow and thrive and enjoy many an evening around the glow of the fire.
Coyote watched as the people rejoiced and he was glad.